What if I told you that one small mistake in Italy can cost you hundreds of euros, hours of wasted time, and completely ruin that dreamy vacation you've been planning while scrolling through sunlit photos of Rome, Venice, and the Amalfi Coast? Because Italy is magical, but only if you know how to travel it smart. And today, I'm exposing the 10 biggest mistakes people keep making when traveling to Italy in 2026. Mistakes that turn cobblestone streets, golden sunsets, and ancient ruins into stress, disappointment, and regret. So let's start with mistake number 1, and it's a big one. Underestimating Italy's crowds and timing. Because when you imagine Italy, you picture quiet piazzas glowing under soft evening lights, empty beaches with turquoise water, and peaceful museum halls echoing with history. But the reality in peak season looks very different, with shoulder-to-shoulder tourists shuffling through the Colosseum under the blazing sun, selfie sticks blocking every angle of the Trevi Fountain, and train platforms packed with rolling suitcases. So if you travel in July or August without a plan, you will face extreme heat bouncing off ancient stone walls, long ticket lines curling around historic buildings, and prices skyrocketing for hotels and transport, while locals escape to the coast, leaving cities overheated and overwhelmed. So the smarter move in 2026 is traveling in shoulder seasons like April, May, September, or October, when you'll walk through Rome with warm light reflecting on marble statues, sip espresso at outdoor cafes without rushing, and actually hear church bells echo through narrow streets instead of tour guides shouting. Because Italy rewards travelers who respect timing, not those who blindly follow summer hype. And that leads perfectly into mistake number 2, trying to see too much in too little time. Because many travelers open a map of Italy and think they can conquer Rome, Florence, Venice, Milan, Naples, the Amalfi Coast, and Sicily, all in one trip, imagining smooth train rides and quick stops. But what actually happens is you're constantly dragging luggage across stone streets, staring at train departure boards flashing delays, and checking into hotels late at night exhausted, missing the soul of each place. Because Italy isn't about ticking boxes, it's about slowing down and letting moments breathe, like watching golden sunlight slide across Tuscan vineyards, lingering over a long lunch with clinking wine glasses, or wandering aimlessly through a medieval town where laundry hangs between buildings. So instead of racing across the country, choose fewer destinations and stay longer. Because one deep experience in Florence, with early morning walks past the Duomo and evening gelato along the Arno, beats 5 rushed cities where everything blurs together. And now mistake number 3, ignoring local customs and etiquette, which might sound small but can instantly mark you as an unprepared tourist. Because in Italy, culture is woven into daily life, from how people greet each other to how they dress. And if you walk into a historic church wearing short shorts and a tank top, you LLC signs with crossed-out figures and guards stopping people at the door while locals dressed neatly glance over disapprovingly. And if you sit down at a cafe without understanding coperto or service charges, you might feel shocked when the bill arrives higher than expected. Because Italians value awareness and respect, so learning simple things like greeting shopkeepers with a polite buongiorno, dressing modestly when visiting religious sites, and understanding that lingering at a table is normal and not rushed, will instantly improve your experience, making you feel less like an outsider and more like part of the rhythm of the city. And speaking of cafes brings us to mistake number 4, ordering food like you're not in Italy. Because food here isn't just fuel, it's art, tradition, and identity. And yet many travelers walk into restaurants near major landmarks with laminated menus, showing pictures of spaghetti and pizza, flashy signs shouting tourist specials, and waiters aggressively inviting people inside, only to end up with overpriced, bland meals that taste nothing like authentic Italian cuisine. So instead of eating where everyone speaks English and menus are covered in photos, look for small trattorias with handwritten menus, locals chatting loudly inside, and the smell of fresh garlic and simmering tomato sauce drifting into the street. And remember simple rules, like cappuccino is a morning drink, espresso is quick and strong at the bar, and asking for chicken Alfredo will get confused looks because that's not Italian food. And when you respect the food culture, you'll remember moments like twirling fresh pasta under warm lights, tearing crusty bread, and tasting olive oil that smells like green fields. And now mistake number 5, underestimating transportation logistics. Because Italy's trains look easy on paper, with sleek high-speed lines slicing through the countryside. But if you don't plan carefully, you'll miss connections, pay unnecessary fees, or end up standing on crowded regional trains with no assigned seats. Because forgetting to validate tickets on regional trains can result in fines, booking the wrong class can mean no luggage space, and assuming everything runs on time can lead to stress when delays pop up. So in 2026, smart travelers book high-speed trains early, arrive at stations with time to spare, watch departure boards carefully, and understand the difference between regional, intercity, and Frecciarasa trains, turning chaotic travel days into smooth journeys where you watch vineyards, mountains, and coastal views glide past your window. And now mistake number 6. Staying in the wrong area. Because where you sleep in Italy can completely shape your experience. And booking the cheapest hotel far from the center might seem smart until you re-navigating dark streets late at night, dealing with long commutes, or missing the magic of early mornings and late evenings in historic areas. While staying right in the heart of the city means stepping outside into lively piazzas, hearing footsteps echo at dawn, and grabbing fresh pastries from nearby bakeries, so researching neighborhoods matters. Whether it's Trastevere in Rome with its ivy-covered streets, Oltrarno in Florence with artisan workshops, or quieter districts in Venice where canals glow softly at night after day trippers leave. Because the right location turns a trip into an immersive experience instead of a logistical challenge. And now, mistake number 7, not preparing for cash versus card reality. Because while Italy has modernized, cash is still king in many places, especially small cafes, local markets, taxis, and family-run restaurants. And if you rely only on cards, you will find yourself awkwardly searching for an ATM while locals wait behind you, so carrying some euros makes life easier, letting you quickly pay for espresso at the bar, tip a local guide, or grab fresh fruit from a street vendor, and understanding ATM fees. Avoiding airport exchange traps and using bank-affiliated machines will save you money and stress, keeping your focus on enjoying the moment rather than hunting for cash. And now mistake number 8, forgetting about pickpockets and personal security. Because Italy's most beautiful places also attract opportunists, especially in crowded areas like metro stations, tourist hotspots, and busy squares. And while Italy is generally safe, distraction is your biggest enemy, so when you're admiring Renaissance art or watching street performers, keep your bag zipped, your phone secure, and your awareness high, because a stolen wallet can instantly turn a dream trip into a nightmare of police reports and canceled cards. So using anti-theft bags, keeping valuables spread out, and staying alert in crowds means you can relax and focus on the beauty around you, like sunlight reflecting off ancient stone and laughter drifting through open windows. And now mistake number 9, ignoring regional differences. Because Italy isn't one uniform culture, it's a mosaic of regions, each with its own food, traditions, dialects, and pace of life, and assuming Rome, Milan, Naples, and Sicily are all the same leads to misunderstandings and missed opportunities. Because the north feels more fast-paced and businesslike, the south is warmer and more relaxed, coastal areas move to a different rhythm, and mountain regions feel quiet and traditional. So embracing these differences means tasting pesto in Liguria, risotto in Milan, pizza in Naples, and cannoli in Sicily, while adjusting expectations and appreciating how diverse this country truly is. And finally, mistake number 10, forgetting to slow down and actually experience Italy. Because the biggest regret travelers have isn't missing a landmark, it's missing moments like sitting on stone steps, eating gelato as the sky turns pink, watching locals argue passionately over coffee, listening to church bells echo at sunset, and feeling history breathe through ancient streets. Because Italy isn't meant to be rushed, photographed, and left behind. It's meant to be felt, smelled, tasted, and remembered. So if you avoid these 10 mistakes in 2026, you won't just visit Italy, you'll live it. And if you want more smart travel tips, hidden destinations, and mistakes to avoid around the world, subscribe now and travel smarter on every trip.